Day one of trying to get my husband to work. It's been 8 years since he's had a job. 8 years.
As far as like cleaning, he hasn't really mastered how to clean. He'll pick things up. But as far as like, I don't know how to explain that like women just clean different.
This is something I talk about all the time, about how men who be on that like, it's easy to clean, it's easy. And I'm like, you don't do it to the same standards as women do.
What's he do all day? Watch Sports Center, play on the iPad games, play Xbox.
This man should be ashamed of him. This is crazy, man. I'm not really here to pass judgment on anybody, especially women. To be honest with you, because the thing about it is that when women are in scenarios like the one we're about to talk about, um, they're hurting themselves. I mean, ultimately, maybe the kids are being harmed by this. I don't know, but I mean, if she's being hurt, the kids are probably the kids are being hurt too. So you could say she's like not protecting the kids enough. Maybe you could do that if you wanted to, and whatever. That's your choice to judge her if you want to. I'm only saying that because I read through a good amount of the comments on these videos, and people were like coming after her, and they were like, "Oh, you stayed too long," and I don't like to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I like to focus on the problematic behaviors of the men because that's the thing that'll actually stop it from happening. The blaming, you know what I mean? Like I just don't ever deem it necessarily to be like, and you're there and you're still there and you know what I mean? Like fine. Like you could do that. You guys could do that. That's on you. I'm not here for that. So don't mind me for not addressing that. That's why I said all of that. But I do want to talk about how I just posted a clip of a video last night from another video that I did. And it was talking about how women don't leave men when men don't make money or lose their jobs or stuff like that. Like I was like, women aren't like really leaving men under those circumstances, like just because he lost his job. I was like, usually it's a litany of other things that coincide with him losing his job. So it's like a man loses his job, he feels like he loses his self-worth. Then he starts treating her bad. And like, you know what I'm saying? It sets off this like chain of events. But in a vacuum, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a man lose his job. And just because he lost his job, a woman left him. like everything was great. He was a doting father, he was a doting husband. He showed up for her emotionally, blah, 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 blah. He got fired for whatever reason, right? Well, I won't say even that because that matters. But let's say he got fired and nothing to do with him, nothing to do with his performance or lack thereof. He just got fired. Cool. I've never seen a story where a woman just left the man under those circumstances, ever. It was always connected. If she did it, it was always connected to some other problematic behaviors. Always. When I said that in the video, somebody responded and said, "Oh, Pub, now you coming after me." You like saying that, you know, men always like to act like they care about men. And he was like trying to say that I wasn't giving men enough grace, or I wasn't being empathetic to men that are already going through something hard or whatever. And I was like, what? I'm like, hey, if you lose your job as a man, you're not going through something hard. If you are a family man and you have children and you lose your job, you're not going through something hard. Y'all are going through something hard. So you have to take into account how it affects everybody in that situation, the woman, the kids, the man, right? And if that man has other problematic behaviors that accompany him losing his job, then yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. I don't give a fuck if he lost his job. I don't care if he's going through something hard. I don't care. That doesn't give you an excuse. But this is what I was talking about. Like, this is what I was saying about women, how like, yeah, women don't just be leaving dudes because they lost their job. Like, what the fuck? Usually women be staying.
Day one of trying to get my husband to work. It's been 8 years since he's had a job. 8 years. Wait, 7 years. I can't do math. He has not worked since October 2018. That's irrelevant. In January,
That's relevant.
This year, I was like, can you start working? Like, I'm tired of being your sugar mama. Like, I want to do some cooler things in life. Like, we're fine. It's not, I can provide for us. That's not the issue. The issue is that, like, we could be doing more. We could be saving more. We could be all the things. And now I get to go buy another car. And I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if someone was my sugar mama? My sugar daddy? So day one of me making him work, because he need to go to work. And if you know him and you know us, don't pull this whole, he does everything for you, Jessica. He doesn't work for me. Don't say he does everything. I don't like it.
7 years, 8 years not working as a man. This woman's been providing. And she not even tripping. Like, if you listen to her, she ain't even like about to crash out on him. She just like, I just want him to go to work. Like, it's so like, eh. And remember, men are the providers, and we always provide. We provide. And it was crazy because in here, she had to say to the people that, because she know people gonna see this video that she knows, don't try to tell her about her relationship. That's essentially what I got from it. He does everything for you, because I know the men gonna try to be on that type of time, and she knows that too. Because that's what men love to do. Y'all love to, from the outside looking in, to be a fucking looky-loo and try to tell. Now you're gonna try to tell the person that's in the relationship. This is what I be saying about, let me hear both sides of the story. Let me hear what the woman has to say. When the men get on the internet, they be on there like, I do everything. I cook, I clean. I'm like, bro, you do not do nearly as much as you think you do. I guarantee you don't. Let's hear it. Let's talk to your wife. Let's talk to your girlfriend. And she's like, he don't do everything for me because he don't work. Now, I don't think he's doing everything for her at home either, but that's, neither here nor there. But she said, I want him to work. And I feel like she got the right to say that.
So many questions. Yes, it's my choice to say. I get that. Like, I'm here. That's on me. What does he do today? Like, right now, I'm finishing getting ready. Our son is still here. He just took our daughter to school. He made her breakfast. I made her school lunch. I did her hair, got her dressed, packed her bag.
I thought he did everything for her. Remember, that's what she said. She said they're going to come after her and be like, oh, he does everything for you. Don't sound like it. Sounds like she does a significant amount of work in the home still, which is fine. Because I say the same thing about men. It doesn't matter just because you make all the money. You still got to help out around the house, right? Cool. But he don't do everything for her.
She's a girl, and that's fine. My son is old enough. He gets his own clothes, all that stuff. I make my son's lunch. My husband will make breakfast for the kids, and he will make my lunch, depending upon what I want, whatever. He'll make my lunch. So he does do that. He will then load my work bags into my car. He'll fill my water cup, and then I will go to work. From there, I meal plan on Sundays. I meal plan and make a grocery list. He will go to the store and get what I needed if I don't grocery order it. So like, he'll take the list and go, put the groceries away. He does do all our laundry. He does mow our yard. He does fill up my gas. Yes, I'm thankful for those things. As far as like cleaning, he hasn't really mastered how to clean. He'll pick things up. But as far as like, I don't know how to explain that, like, women just clean different, which is.
This is something I talk about all the time, about how men who be on there like, it's easy to clean, it's easy. And I'm like, you don't do it to the same standards as women do. You don't do it. You're lazy. You cut corners. It ain't because men don't know how to clean. Y'all can say whatever. I don't care. Come after me in the comments. This is what I truly believe. I think that anything that is related to physical labor, for the most part, men can do it just as good. I also think that in some cases, a fair amount of cases, men can do it better, because if a man, like, I remember one time, the only time, me and my family went to the snow, right? And we got snowed in. And my car got snowed in, and my brother's car got snowed in. My brother's 6 years older than me, and he's very much out of shape. Do you know who dug out both cars all by himself? Me. I dug out both cars all by myself, and it took like a good amount of time. I had one shovel that wasn't even the right shovel. It was like a regular like dirt. Like I'm not a snow professional. I live in Southern California, so I don't know. But I just know the shovel that I had wasn't the like I remember borrowing a shovel from some other people that were shoveling out their driveway at the same time. And I was like, hey, can I borrow it? And they let me borrow it. And it fucking helped me out a lot. But like, anyways, it was painstaking. Like nobody could do it but me. Like it would have took my wife for fucking ever to do it. It would have took my mom couldn't have done it. And my brother's wife couldn't have done it. And my brother couldn't even do it. So I was the only person that could do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I truly believe that when it comes to cleaning, it is just a mental thing with me. We just mentally, we cut corners. We're lazy. We don't want to do the job. You know what I'm saying? Like men do. Oftentimes, you get to see how men work at work when they're at home all the time. How often we cut corners. So I don't like. I'm telling you, all the shit men say about I don't be believing none of it. I see it firsthand. Like you guys are trash. We collectively, I don't want to say you guys. We men are trash at these things, and it is mostly deliberate. It is not because women are just naturally better or men are just naturally worse or that's a female job and this is a male job. Like, get all that bullshit out of there. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, I'm loving what she's saying right now. She really is like, I've been saying this shit for a long time about men. Y'all go listen to my content. I promise you, I've been saying this, and men always try to gaslight me and be like, "No, I do everything. I cook, I clean, I do." Listen to what she's saying. I've heard men talk about how easy it is taking care of kids. If it's hard to take care of kids, that means you're doing it wrong, and you know all that goofy ass shit. Listen to what she's saying. Yeah, he gets my girl. Yeah, he does this, he does that. But a woman, a housewife, she doing every task she named. Not only is she doing it, she's doing it better. Not only will she pack her lunch, the kids' lunch, get the kids ready, get the kid on time, pack her husband's lunch, clean up better. Not only will she do those things, she will do it better. I don't want to. I'm tired of the lies. I'm over it.
Like he doesn't have to, but yeah, we're still working on how to properly clean. Someone said, how do you survive in this economy? I work. Does he come from wealth? No. Do his parents enable him? He doesn't know what he wants to do. He also tells me he doesn't know how to apply for a job. He's like, I don't know how to do that. So he wants me to apply him for jobs. And I don't really have time for that. So no, like he can apply for his own jobs. So I don't know. It's a choice. I realize that. He does some things a stay-at-home dad would do. Does he watch the kids when they're out of school? Yes, because he's here. Not because I couldn't. My job, I could very easily pick him up from school. I could very easily be here on days off. Like, it's very flexible. I'm so I don't know. It's just, he doesn't know what he wants to do. He doesn't know how to apply for jobs. So he's just gonna, what does he do all day? Watch SportsCenter, play on the iPad games, play Xbox. Does do the dishes, if I didn't say that.
If this isn't the least sexy thing I could, and I bet if she stopped sleeping with him, he'd be crying, talking about my wife didn't want to fuck me for 3 years. Like, motherfucker, who the fuck want to fuck a man to do? Who wants to sleep with a man that's doing this? This is ridiculously crazy to me to hear this.
I don't know. I was like, I have 1,000 followers, like 500 people watch this video. I was wrong. Lots of people. So hi, hello.
The fact that this middle-aged woman is guzzling Red Bull also tells me a lot about how, you know what I'm saying? Like she's burnt out and she needs to keep her energy levels up because yeah, drinking Red Bulls after like 25, I'm like, yeah, you you live in a hard life. Like I would, if that was a cut water, I would be like less worried. Like I swear to God, like if she was drinking like a Dos Equis margarita, one of them like margaritas in the can, Dos Equis margaritas in the can, even in the morning, I'd be like, nah, that's fair. Drinking a Red Bull in the morning, I'm concerned. I'm like, oh, you're like 38 drinking a Red Bull? Scary. You're desperate. You're afraid of a crash out, without a doubt.
We're gonna figure it out. Day 2 of making him get a job. I'm waiting for my 10-year-old to walk around the corner and see here. But yeah, I don't know. He stopped working due to something out of his control. He could work. He's able-bodied. He doesn't get disability. Someone asked that. No, he can do all the things. I am just literally his shit mama. But I make him do anything, everything I can. Like, if it's something at home that needs to be done, I will, like, you have to do this as much as I possibly can. He's not a fixer, so I do the fixing.
This is, what do you have to say? On some real shit. Like, listen to her. Listen. It's not funny, but it's every fucking lie that you hear men tell. She's like blowing it up. She's blowing it up. Wow, this is, oh my God, we should be ashamed. That man should be ashamed, but I'm sorry. I know every man ain't alike, but most of us are alike. Let's be real. Man, this is crazy. Here comes the both ways bandits. Oh man, this person says, Josh says, if this was a man posting this about his wife, he would be getting eaten alive in the comments, but it's okay if a woman does it? Even though he, quote unquote, does everything for you. My wife does everything for me, I guess. I don't know what the rest of it was about to say. She literally said that he doesn't do everything for her. And if you listen to all the things that she just laid out, he doesn't do everything for her. She still has to do it a considerable amount of shit. And I'm telling you, without a doubt, you don't hear this from men because the vast majority of women do. The stay-at-home moms do so much. I just showed a video the other day of a dude who was like mad because he went to work and then he had came home and his girl was sleeping. His wife or his girlfriend or his woman, I don't know who she, whatever, wife or girlfriend, whatever. She was sleeping like middle of the day. He got off. He was like, I just worked 13 hours straight. I'm so tired. And I got to come home and I got to change diapers and I got to make bottles and I got to make food. And I was like, you mean be a parent and be a husband? Yeah, that's normal. And he walks in, he's like huffing and puffing like a child. He's like, huh. And she's like, bro, shut the like, close the door. I'm tired. I'm sleeping. And the baby's like in a little like a swing, and she's wide awake. She's so cute. And he's like, bro, I just want to go to sleep. Can you do this and that? And I'm sitting there going, you just worked 13 hours. What do you think she was doing for 13 hours? What do you think she was doing for 13 hours while you were working 13 hours? You guys have an infant child. What do you think she was doing all through the night? You don't think she was feeding? You don't think she was changing diapers? You don't think she was holding? You don't think she was putting binkies back in mouths and, you know what I'm saying? Breast, whatever she did. You don't think she was doing that? Only can sleep fucking 2 hours at a time? You don't think you're like, what the fuck? Are you nuts? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, y'all, men are y'all just don't get it. We're lost cause at this point.
I don't disagree with this that women do it all the time. It's very different for two reasons. One, that was never the plan. Just because I'm educated and can do everything myself doesn't mean I have to or I should. Like, there's been times that when this all started, my kids were starving and I had to work 3 jobs. Obviously, now we're fine because mama hustles. That's fine. But back in the day, no. And it's fine. He doesn't do all the things that a stay-at-home mom would do. I'm sorry. Like, he does try. He does do some things. But nothing that replaces working or anything like that. I don't know. It's all things that I could easily do or 2 working adults could do.
Do you hear what she's saying? Y'all gonna say she lying? To me, y'all gonna say she lying? Josh, you fucking dummies. Listen to what she is saying. I promise y'all, this is exactly what I've been saying about men. Like, I'm so happy to find this video. It sucks that she's going through this, but I am happy to find this content because this is exactly what I've been saying about men. And they always try to gaslight me. Always. And I know he's gaslighting her. Just the same way this idiot tried to this man who doesn't know anything about them is trying to like stick up for this random man who you don't fucking know at all. This, oh my God, it's so funny. So hilarious.
This
Does he take care of the kids? Yes, he picks them up from school and watches them on their days off. Clean. No offense to men, but do you really clean? You pick up. He'll pick things up. I wouldn't. Cook. Yes, I meal plan and do everything. He just has to make the meals that he can make, or reheat food, or whatever. Make your working life easier. I think so. He packs my lunch. Fills up my water every day. He makes the kids breakfast. So he does do those things. And I don't do laundry. He does all the laundry. Like I don't. He washes it, dries it, hangs it up, folds it. So yeah, he does do that. He does keep my car clean as well. I'm super crazy about my car being clean. He keeps my car clean. I like that. He helps out with weekend things.
I'm just listening to the. It sounds like he don't do shit. It's exactly what she's saying. It sounds like he just does as much as he would do if he were working. So she's like, why don't you just go to work and have a fucking job? Which I totally understand. She deserves a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't like he doesn't deserve a working wife, and she deserves a stay-at-home mother at this point. That's what it is. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh my God, the men are so crazy.
Great questions. When we got married, I made him do a job. He did have like a part-time. Anyways, he worked for the first couple years. I've had work since I was 15. He did not start working until after college. What made him give up? He stopped working. A life event happened out of his control. It probably did make him depressed. All the things I've offered to get him help, etc. Do I have resentment? 1000%, but he knows that. Yeah, but we have 2 little kids, so we do it all with the kids. But I told him, if you didn't get a job, I was going to go to TikTok and tell my TikTok friends and see what they think. Because he was like, it's fine, it's normal. It's not. Also, side note, I'm looking at this flight attendant job just because it looks fun. Can I do a flight attendant and this job?
This is crazy. This man should be ashamed of him. This is crazy, man. Oh my God. I don't care what y'all say. I will never blame women for getting on the internet and telling on y'all. I will never blame them for getting on the internet and snitching on us. Never. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is very disturbing stuff. I'm just like, yeah, this is what I've been saying. Men always try to gaslight me. I swear, y'all. They are trying to, oh, you're projecting. That's you. Oh, so you're a shitty man. And I'm like, y'all be really acting like just because I can acknowledge my shortcomings, right? Like, I don't like to other myself. Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if I don't do something, I'm be like, I don't do that. I've never done that before. You know, whatever, right? So sometimes I say y'all when I'm talking about me, and sometimes I say us. Most of the time I say us, we as a collective, right? Now, what I'm not understanding though is, now I won't say that I'm not understanding, but what pisses me off though is like, because I've talked about this and I will continue to talk about this incessantly because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about how little men do in their relationships, how they don't show up for their family, so on and so forth, right? And I'm I'm just like I'm being like completely honest. And that's the thing about men, how I know men, how you guys try to weaponize the shit that or like women's vulnerabilities, because you guys try to do it with me. Like I have told men, yeah, I've been in this situation before, right? Like, and I haven't been in this situation like 100%, but I've like I've like not worked that much and didn't contribute enough to the home. You know what I mean? Like I've been there before. I know what that, and I've talked about it on my lives. I talked about it in videos or whatever. And I'm just acknowledging, like, yeah, no, I've done that before. I had to talk to my wife about it. I talked about how when I worked more than my wife, or I was the only one that made money, and my wife was like, I still need for you to show up, and blah 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 blah. And I would come home and I would ignore a lot of my husbandly duties or whatever, my fatherly duties. And my wife had to talk to me and sit me down, and I was combative at first, and then I was like, wait, okay, I get it, you're right, blah blah blah. Like I'll just be talking about that. I'm just being honest, like my journey, my path, because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I was wrong. I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I was completely socialized to be a man, right? There's no excuse to not learn, but there's an excuse to ignore the truth. And I'm not ignoring the truth. So I don't feel like ashamed to talk about it. But every single time I talk about it and I tell my story and I, you know, just to, throw that in there and connect with me and be like, no, I understand where you're coming from. Trust me, I've been there. And also to tell the men, you can't lie to me because I know what it looks like. They try to turn it around and be like, oh, see, you're shitty. And oh, you're just projecting it. I'm not. I'm not. Listen to her. I'm not projecting. It's men. Yeah, she's one example. There are so many women that I've heard have not again, not this exact scenario, but just how the men don't show up enough, how they don't contribute enough. I've heard woman after woman, wife after wife talk about that. The only consistent thing that men say about women, y'all, I swear, is that they don't sleep with the man enough. Whole time, this be the man. And I'm like, this gonna try to coochie up. This gonna try to coochie up 999,999 times out of 100,000. So what the fuck do you want the women to do? That's all I'm trying to figure out.